And this is what I've learned, that they're not going to do anything. They're just going to send a citation, and they're not going to do anything. I'll just go to court, deal with it there. I'm okay with that. Because when it comes and find out that I'm just being targeted, that I'm being racially profiled, show me the money. What Jerry Maguire say? Show me the money. Because it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. This city ain't even got enough money that they're gonna need to pay out. So if you ain't got the money, there's property. There's so much other stuff. So much other stuff y'all could do. But yet they choose not to. They choose not to. Oh, I need people to stand up. This ain't gonna get no better. This definitely is not gonna get any better. We have our own people that you're our neighbors, our co-workers, families that we're out here fighting against. Oh, ding! On the baby's wagon. Girl, you crazy. Somebody could have took your truck. Good morning. But yeah, like I just, I need people to come out, stand up. Stand up. You're not, if you have a gay son, if you have a black son, if you have a black daughter, if you have a transgender child, if you have anything, man, if you poor, you should be out here. Because, it's crazy. I just went into one of the worst neighborhoods that I think that I've seen so far. I didn't even know it was down there. Wow. And all the Trump signs, the flags, and now I can think about that man don't even care about these people. That's the crazy part. They don't even, but that's what you get with inbreds. That's what you get with the people that want to live inside that little box. That's what we get. Now they cleaned up City Hall. They ain't cleaned up here yet. It's still here. The liquid that I did yesterday is still here. Pohlman, he probably ain't even his lights on now. But no, that's what I said. So it's still here. I want y'all to see it's still here. That was all me. Uh, that ain't blood, but it could be. That could be the blood of innocent BIPOC. Not yet, anyways. It's not. Right now, it's just that's Jello, corn syrup, and water because it's sticky. Oh, not no more. It ain't. Guess I ain't putting up Jello in it. I didn't do it right. Just waiting for my co-host to come. She couldn't join from there. Yeah, came down here last night and. Oh, another coward. Another white supremacist, white racist. Ain't no good cops in a racist system. Ain't that right, sir? Ain't that right? No comment? Okay. Probably got told to be quiet. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't give him any attention. That's what he wants. No, I want y'all to not give me any attention so that I can get wilder. That's the whole crazy thing. I want y'all to not listen. Because the more you don't, it's right there in front of your face, the stats, the statistics. Yeah, that's what she was talking about. Blue wall, thank you, Mike. That's what, the blue wall of silence. Thank you. Finally. And the crazy thing of it is, his uniform ain't even blue. It's brown. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? The man got a brown uniform, not a blue. Brown lives don't matter?
What's up, bro?
What up, though?
Shit.
I'm gonna let my co-host take over for a little bit.
What are we on?
So, hi, this is whatever. We're talking about racist ass Pohlman.
We're talking about Pohlman?
Yeah, talk about whatever.
What up, what up? Just
Just
me.
Cop that came by.
Been a while. Last time I was on your live, I was tripping.
Yeah, you were. That was what? He was front Quick Trip, the shooting.
Yeah. I had let my truck run for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
This shit's cold. My keys were outside.
That's
Look,
crazy.
my keys were outside on my grandson's radio flyer wagon all night long. So, yeah, I'm lucky nobody just jumped in my truck and left. That would have been some crazy shit. I'd have woke up, had no truck. Oh, so we're talking about racist Pohlman. Well, let me just break this one out real quick, okay? Because we all know that our police department's racist as hell, okay? And we all know that systemic racism exists. And they have this advisory board set up. And I feel sorry for everybody that's in it. I really do. Because the ones that I've watched, I'm just being honest. You know, that's who I am. So if you don't like it, don't watch. The ones that I watched, when you're watching it, you get to see the different cameras from everybody that's got their video on and their audio on. Or it'll have their initials in a box saying that they're there. They're just, the mic's off and the video's off. Well, anyway, the two, Chief Pohlman and another police officer, there's supposed to be two officers. One of them resigned. Didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it, so he resigned. So right now we have one police officer and Chief Pohlman. And the crazy thing about it is you can see on the bottom of the screen where it says their name. And both of the police officers the police officer and Roger Pohlman, both times, all they do is sit and talk to each other the entire time.
Smirk, all types of shit.
Is there three officers, Mike? My bad. I thought there was
two.
That one of them is. Oh, there's two in Pullman. You're right. My bad. But there
ain't even two in Pullman no more. There's one in Pullman.
There's one in Pullman.
Yeah,
well, Mike just said three officers.
Unless they added somebody, because I was told they weren't adding another one. But I seen Sergeant Grosso on there last night.
But I know, I saw Grosso was on there last night too.
And his mic was on the whole time too, so I don't know.
Yeah, under Roseanne or
his wife.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, Chief Pohlman and one of the officers, don't mind all my gray, y'all know. It's that granny hair. Chief Pohlman and the other officer they're in the same room, and what do? But sit and talk to each other the whole time. When other people are talking about pouring their hearts out and trying to figure things out, they're sitting there having side conversation. And when asked a question, they went all the way around the answer on how their procedures work. So I guess the question to that is, they say they have procedures.
Don't be arresting no innocent people today. Only arrest the guilty. Don't arrest the innocent.
They now you made me lose my train of thought. Sorry, we had two white supremacists walk in the building. So, but they'd ask a question. Bettich was on.
Last night,
Bettich was on, Mike? Or those are the two officers in Pohlman. Bettich, Huberty, and Pohlman are the...
Yeah, Bettich ain't on.
So, Huberty, wasn't he the one who retired off of there?
He resigned.
Or resigned off of it? Bettich is the one who resigned off of it. But Huberty and Pohlman were sitting in an office together, and they sat there talking the whole time. And, I mean, every time I would scroll over, because it'd say Roger Pohlman, and they'd sit there, and they're sitting across the room from each other at an angle, and they're talking. And, you know, people are sitting there trying to figure out the procedures and how to go about making the procedures better for sexual assault victims. And they couldn't give a direct answer for the life of them, because there really isn't one. And, you know, firsthand, I know from experience, from being sexually assaulted in Red Wing as a minor, that they don't do shit. You know, and I know others that have been sexually assaulted in Red Wing as minors and adults, and had to research. You have to find your own research. Good morning, Willie. You have to do your own research. You have to figure out how to get in touch with a therapist and the Hope Coalition and all this extra stuff. And when it happened to me, there was no Hope Coalition. There was the county building, and that was that. And they stuck you in with a shrink. And, you know, and the crazy thing is your insurance better cover it, you know, because, and they only cover so many meetings, which is crazy, right? Which is crazy. You can't tell me that sexual assault victims. Now, let me express victims. When you're talking on the advisory meeting, there was something when they were talking about the percentages of victims, and only 2 or 3% are wrongly accused. Well, let me explain that if they're wrongly accused, they are now considered a victim. Yep. I don't care what anybody says. Then they're a victim of a vicious hate crime. For some reason, that person hated them. Okay? That person hated them enough to try to put them away for a long time. So you can't tell me that the wrongly accused aren't victims, because they're just as much a victim as the person that was sexually assaulted. They still have to go through all the slander, backlash, blowback, all the name calling, that's not okay either. You know? So for these girls and men out here wrongly accusing people, you don't realize you're ruining people's lives. Just like the people that have been assaulted.
Just like that high school teenager, the black boy from last night that they were talking about. And it's crazy because now he's labeled as a sex offender, and that's going to follow him. I mean, he didn't even do it.
My cigarette ran out. I'm just blowing cold air. I thought it was smoke. It's just cold air. So, you know, I want, you know, if anything else, just understand that Liz touched on that also. Yeah, she did. And what's crazy is I don't want people to bypass, like Liz said, don't sit and fail to acknowledge the 2 to 3%. That's right. That 2% of the Red Wing population is 340 people. That's a lot of people falsely accused. Yeah. That would be like, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine last night, Samantha Malcolm, and I was talking to her last night after the advisory meeting, and she was fuming, just fuming. And she said, you know, I don't want them to discredit the 2 or 3%, because if you look at a classroom and you break it down, 2 or 3% of that classroom, if they, you know, those 2 or 3% don't matter. So all the other 98 or 97% of the kids in that classroom, as long as they're getting an education, well, that's okay. Forget about that other 2 or 3%. Don't give them the extra attention that they need. It's a really good philosophy, because how much you want to make a bet that 2 or 3% is BIPOC?
Yeah. But the numbers won't tell it because they don't do it like
They don't do it like that. They do it as a whole.
Yeah.
And they don't break it down.
Nope, not the way.
So here's my thing about all of this. Our boots be on the ground.
Every day.
I'm not afraid to go to jail for justice.
Nope, I'm not either.
I'm not afraid to go to jail to stand up for what I believe in. I'm not afraid to go to jail, period. I'm not scared. It doesn't bother me one bit to sit in jail. I've done it once. I've done it twice.
Why we're out here, because we're out here peacefully.
We are out here peacefully, but everything that we tend to be doing peacefully, they're finding a problem with. So no matter what we do, it's going to be a problem. So let me express this to you. As I'm sitting out here fighting and people are coming to us, to me, and I'm sure others like Chaz, and they're expressing their concerns and, begging us not to stop, and they give us their personal story and everything else. Look, I love fighting for y'all. I do. But let me tell you like this. I will continue to fight if you stand up and fight with me. Because fighting a battle that is marginalized and grouped together instead of having personal experience, it is almost defeating the purpose. We're out here, we're fighting because of we are damned if we do and damned if we don't. But we're out here and we've got our boots on the ground and we're fighting. But if you can't stand up for yourself, but you're asking someone else to stand up for you, and we continuously stand up for you, there's personal cases I'm speaking out to, and if the shoe fits, please strut it. Because you know who you are. We put our boots on the ground. We fight for you every day. If you cannot speak out and fight for yourself, I'm going to continue to fight. But it makes it harder because it needs to be personalized. Not generalized. You can't speak in generalization and get somebody to understand and take you seriously. We've been generalizing shit for years, and it's gotten us nowhere. We're still sitting in the hot seat waiting for something to fucking happen, and we're peaceful. And I'm telling you right now, eventually being peaceful wears off. If people don't listen and peacefulness doesn't work, I don't know what to tell you.
Like Martin Luther King said in 1968, violence, a riot
is a language a riot is a language of the unheard.
Yep.
All I'm saying is fight with us or fight against us.
Yeah.
You cannot sit on the line and say that you're for something but not fight for us. You can't say that you're against us to other people and then come to us on a side note talking about I got your back. You don't. If you don't have my back in person and behind my back, you don't have my back at all. Don't ask me to have yours if you ain't got mine. You know what? I put my boots on the ground. I stomp this shit all the time. And I just don't understand how others can't push it. What are you scared of? Nothing we've done has been illegal. I used spray snow. That was me. I did the spray snow. I admitted it on my page. I'm doing it again today. I'm the one who used the spray snow. I was told I couldn't use spray chalk. No one ever said anything about spray snow. I was only told about chalk. Mind you, I was trying to do this live the other day on my own page, and I said something about the big guy, the orange Cheeto guy, and my live got cut off, and they will not let me post it. So I can't say his name.
That's crazy. You can't even say anything bad against white people.
No. So here's my thing. I was told you can't use chalk on anything that's city property. Let me explain city property to you. When you're sitting on your front porch or you're looking out your front door, the sidewalk leading up to your house is your property. Okay? The sidewalk that reaches across that sidewalk and splits your yard from the boulevard is city property. So, even though we maintain the boulevard and we have to take care of it or they'll send us a bill, it's their property along with that sidewalk. So if you take chalk and you draw hopscotch to play with your kids out on that sidewalk, that is breaking a city ordinance. You are breaking the law.
And there's plenty of them on the sidewalk.
The only way that you can go about playing with your kids with sidewalk chalk is either in your own driveway or that little small stretch of sidewalk for leading from the sidewalk that goes from the boulevard to your yard to your house. You cannot use sidewalk chalk or spray chalk on any other portions of city property. That's what was expressed to me. Now, when I did the spray chalk, they told me I could not spray chalk the windows anymore. I couldn't spray chalk anything or use chalk on anything that is vertical, okay? Or city property. So, if your kids go out and draw a smiley face on the sidewalk, make sure it's in your own yard. If you want to sidewalk chalk anything, make sure it's on your own personal property. Using spray snow. Yep, I did that. That was on windows. That's what it's meant for.
Black Lives Matter? Black Lives Matter? Can you say it? All lives matter though, don't they? Look at that. You know what's crazy? You can't even say that. You're a racist. You can't even say Black Lives Matter. You're a racist. That's crazy. You can't even say Black Lives Matter. That's ridiculous. Wow.
Isn't it crazy that the people you pay can't even speak to you?
Yeah. Can't even.
I hope they dock your pay. We signed your paycheck, sir. Dick. Anyway, so I honestly had no idea that spray snow that's meant for windows was considered vandalism, I guess. That's what graffiti. They're citing Chaz for it, saying that hell no. Yeah, Mike said, Stank said, thank God we don't got a sidewalk because she would be chalking up the whole sidewalk. I'm telling you, but the spray snow is meant for windows, so that's what I did. I didn't know that was considered graffiti. For one, it's for windows. It wipes right off. Just like the chalk wiped right off. I mean, literally, I'm sure the spray snow probably came off a little easier because that's actually meant for windows. I don't think that it was so much the spray snow or the spray chalk. Actually, I know it wasn't. It's who did it and what it said.
The crazy thing of it is, I'm going to post the email.
So I can get my fingers rubbed.
Okay. I'm going to post the email that I got from Evan Brown, from Roger Pohlman, that even states that Officer Biddich had probable cause. So what's the probable cause? So the probable cause that I'm told is a video. There's no way. So that means he lied. That means he lied.
Walking with your phone and me spraying windows.
The man lied. He doesn't need to be a police officer. If they can sit there and lie to get their convenience, then that's an issue. Just like how Shelly Pohlman sat there and said that I peed in her yard. The video clearly, their own security video clearly states it's not me.
Did you know there's a policy against falsely accusing people?
No.
And did you know that?
Well, I did.
Oh, I found that out last night, right? So there's this policy that they don't enforce.
Yep.
And it's for falsely accusing people. And guess what? Shelly Pohlman falsely accused us of multiple things that night.
In
multiple things.
Open court.
and had an HRO sent out.
Yes.
So, and she called 911.
Yeah, ain't that right, Mike?
She called 911. So, to me, that is misuse of a 911 call.
Uh-huh.
And how many different false reports? Lord have mercy. And she's on. But she says she doesn't know any of us. Mm-hmm. She's never had a conversation with us. Look, the woman came out her front door and yelled my name as loud as she could. Now, she don't know me. How she know my name? We had a whole conversation in my inbox.
Me too. Mine started June 2nd.
She can't join the nonviolent protest group because it's a conflict of interest because her husband is the chief of police. And she said that I was discriminating against her.
Yeah.
That's not discrimination. It is literally, for one, it's not your page.
No.
I'm not discriminating against anybody. I'm sorry. There's a conflict of interest when you lay down with a prejudiced piece of shit. You cannot tell me. You cannot tell me that you don't have the same lens. You don't share the same lens.
Black Lives Matter?
Hi.
Black Lives Matter?
You
can't say Black Lives Matter? Wow. Do you know what's crazy?
Sure.
You guys are not considered. You guys are racist if you can't even say it.
You know we sign your paycheck, right?
That's you. I want you guys to see. So we've had 3 different officers go past, and not once said Black Lives Matter.
No, we got.
So what does that show you?
Sure.
What does that show you?
Sure.
What does that show you? That they don't care. That don't care. They can't even say Black Lives Matter. Not the organization.
No.
Not the organization, but
people?
actual human lives.
What? The people? What?
Human lives.
What? You mean they matter, Chaz?
I know. Facts. Yeah. No, they do matter.
You're fucking right, they do.
They do matter.
That guy gonna say
everybody matters.
Oh, look. Are we gonna have more people?
Oh, I don't care. Is that Kelly?
I don't know who the fuck it is.
I don't care who
guys
it is.
in a shirt.
I don't care who they are.
Oh, one of them I think is a janitor.
Probably. But yeah, like, it's crazy. Yes, thank you. Black Lives Matter. We're not talking about an organization.
No,
we're talking about the
lives.
little kids that go to Burnside. We're talking about the kids that go to Sunnyside. We're talking about kids that go to Twin Bluffs. We're talking about kids that go to Tower View. We're talking about kids that go to Red Wing High School. We're talking about kids that go to the YMCA. We're talking about kids, adults, to everybody. I'm talking about human lives, not a nonprofit.
Nope.
Not an organization.
Nope.
I'm talking about human lives. People that bleed. People that's blood that I've seen plenty times.
That were birthed, not hatched.
Yeah. But yet, people want to talk about the officers being hurt. Let's talk about the people first. Because you know what? At the end of the day, police are people. But people are fighting a system that is racist. And those cops are in that system. So is city council, so is the mayor, so is the president, so is our state representatives, so is our senators, so our justice system. We're fighting something that we want change for everybody. We want equality. When you have laws that are written and directed just to give me rights and freedoms, that's an issue. Because if they take the 13th Amendment away, Vinny, what are you? Mike, what are you? Rick, what are y'all? We all back slaves, and we still are slaves because you know why? They send us to prison, that's slavery. You know, I've been to prison. You know how much the starting pay in prison is? 50 cents an hour. But yet, I'm making them millions and millions and millions of dollars. Walmart. Yeah, let's talk about how in Moose Lake, Walmart has a return processing center inside of Moose Lake. Let's talk about the license plate center in St. Cloud. Yeah, I know all of this. I know all of this. I know all of this. I know all of it because I've been there. Prison is not about restorative justice. It's not about doing your time. It's about money. Prison is a $1 billion industry. Billions.
They need to quit. They need to quit locking up drug addicts, dude, and give them treatment.
Yeah. The money, balloons. Thank you. Yeah, you know I'm glad you pointed that out.
What's up?
The balloons and Faribault, because when you go buy a $1 balloon from Dollar Tree, or you go buy a balloon from Walmart or Target, there's probably a 99% chance they came out from prison, but yet they're locked in right now at Stillwater. Thank you, Mike. I'm definitely going to talk about the prison outbreaks right now. Man, we need you out here, bro. Definitely. And congratulations on the baby girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here for her. I'm out here for everybody. Just not even black babies. And hey, Ursula, how you doing? I'm all right. So, yeah, they've all had outbreaks, but the crazy thing of it is right now, Stillwater, half of their population and about 62 officers have
came to keep Pohlman from outside.
Have COVID. They've been on lockdown for weeks. These people can't contact their families. We don't even know if
he'd rather shut his blinds on us.
If there's people okay or not, because they can't reach out to us. So when is people going to speak up? Because I know I email Paul Schnell, the director or whatever, CEO of the Department of Corrections. I email him every day. Governor Walz, I email him. And what do? They do nothing. Because I guarantee when them numbers come out today, and they only come out weekly from the prisons, look at the numbers. And you're going to be shocked. And then the whole thing of it is Star Tribune broke it. And what pisses me off is it's the proven fact that the air, it can cause transmission. Because what do prisons have? Recycled air. What does this jail have? Right here, what I'm in front of, right here, what does this have? Recycled air. Because I've been in here. It has recycled air. So the minute a case gets in here, what's going to happen? What's going to happen when it gets in there?
Just going to keep passing.
It's going to keep passing. It's gonna keep passing.
It's an airborne virus.
You know what's crazy is that city council, the school board, all of these boards and commissions, they don't meet in person. So why do we gotta send our kids to school? I can't even go see it. Well, if I had grandparents in a nursing home right now, I couldn't even be able to see them because right now, you can't go visit a nursing home. They've locked it down again because you know why? COVID. And who's dying from COVID? People in homes. That's in prisons. Because they're not releasing people, and that's what's crazy, because if you look at the numbers pre-COVID and now, there's no difference. So they honestly, if they released whatever, I think they said like 800, they added to it.
The COVID cases are way higher than what they were in March.
Yeah, because of the cold. We haven't even gone through this yet. As a cold. No, not the cold.
They were hoping that the cold air would knock
the virus
out.
Good morning.
Multiplied
But you're gonna have to multiply it. For a whole week, this week, for the last 7 days, we have averaged 73 cases a day. We've had 500,000 in a week. A week. We didn't even have that in a month previous to this. So what does that tell you?
So now that we're on COVID, let's talk about the stimulus check.
I'm definitely praying, man, and I'm doing more than praying because I'm emailing these people. I'm calling. They need to be free. You know, they need to release the old from prison. They need to release the people that have medical issues. You know what I'm saying? Yes, your brother is definitely in our prayers, but please know, Vinny, I'm doing more than just praying, brother. I'm applying pressure. But we need everybody to apply pressure. We need everybody. To apply pressure.
Stop.
Yeah, just because it got cold, turn up the heat.
Shit. Grab you some hand warmers and turn up the fucking heat. Turn it up.
You know, people are afraid to. Me and Stacy both got kicked out of city council meeting Monday night because we kept on disrupting. We kept on disrupting.
Booted out twice.
Because I'll tell you that right now, if that was in person, I'd have been on the news. Me and Stacy would have been on the news. Because I'll shut that bitch down. I'll shut that bitch down.
It's a nice dresser.
I will shut that. If anybody would like Paul Schnell's email address, I will post it. I will post all email addresses today. Today, before 11:45, I will post Governor Walz's email address, Flanagan, City Council, Roger Pohlman, Paul Schnell, Barb Haley, Gargan, Angie Craig, anybody that is in our districts, I will put I'll even find the warden of Stillwater's email address, and I'll post that today too. Because I want people. That's all it takes. If you don't want to come out here, write a letter. Send that shit every day if you have to. Every hour on the hour.
Flood the phone.
Flood the shit.
Flood the phone.
And don't use my words, use yours. Tell them how pissed off you are.
Leave voicemails.
Yeah, leave voicemails. Leave that bitch full. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the only way we're going to get change is peaceful disruption. We have to disrupt the system to get change. Mm-hmm. You got to stop thinking inside this box, because voting is inside this box, which I'm not saying we shouldn't vote, because we should. This election, we're screwed. I'll just come out and say it. I hate to say it, but I'm really nervous. I don't know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that...
Did you hear what Trump just did?
Yeah, out in Omaha.
No, how he said that he's going to, if he's reelected, he's going to make a much larger stimulus check for everyone.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, he's just trying to buy votes.
Buying mine.
Can't buy mine.
We got enough of buying politicians around here.
Lord have mercy.
Man. Because I'll tell you right now.
And they disrupt the people that are
definitely going to do some digging. I'm definitely going to do some digging, because I think there's some people here in town that are getting paid to be here. I'm not going to say names yet.
You want me to?
No.
Oh.
I want to keep it private. But, we look at that. We got a Shelley on our, Gail Dickinson, a Trump supporter.
Don't say Trump.
No, no, yeah. No, I just said Trump, a Trump supporter. But you know what's crazy? Just because you support Trump, I hope you don't have the same views as him. I like to see the good in people still. And I hope that people just wake up and realize that the man in front of you that you're voting for or you support isn't for you. And I'm taking it your name is Gail, so you're a woman. So I'm gonna that's what you know what's crazy is you let me know when you ready to go, because I want to do another drive for justice. But this time
I won't have to work.
I wanna slow as hell. And I only want to go through towns.
I want to put brackets on
all through Goodhue County. Rochester, because Vinny, if you can, and I know this is close to you, there's a protest that starts at 3 on Friday at the Rochester International Airport. Agent Orange will be there. I need people to stand up. Let's stand up and show out, because I'm going to be there. What? Mask up, baby. This is what, this is all it takes. This is all it takes, they say, to save us. But yet, people don't want to wear this.
And wash your hands.
And wash your hands. Nasty motherfuckers. Can't even wash their hands. Everything that we've been told our whole lives. People will wear a condom but don't want to wear a mask.
Right.
Ain't that crazy? So you okay with catching COVID, but you don't want to catch an STI. Ain't that some shit? Both will kill you.
Oh, is this Pullman?
Where? No, he already in there. Pullman already came in. You didn't hear? Oh, right before you came, Pullman. I had a whole little conversation with him on the live.
So,
No, I don't know. I think that ain't even a police car. It might be though. Bet.
No, but that white
Tell me what time, cause I'll be there by 3. I'm pulling up and showing out.
I want to go.
I'm pulling up and showing out. I'll be leaving here at 2 on Friday, Red Wing. We leaving at 2. I got to go pick up my baby because she ready. She ready to speak out and show out. We're going to be there. We going to be there. What?
You're going to want to probably leave earlier than 2 o'clock.
Why?
Because
the traffic. I can't because she don't get off till 2. So tomorrow, good morning, Maryland. Good morning.